What is? No, don't say that.
Yeah.
Halo TikTok Papa Iwan.
Where is the timer?
Your phone,
Use my
your
phone.
phone, ya.
Okay.
Halo TikTok Papa Iwan. Itu Papa rekam kita tuh Papa.
Ya, dia harus tekan-tekan I'll be right here dan
Okay. Yeah.
Jadi sidang skripsi, kenapa jadinya sidang skripsi? Belum skripsi kalian.
Sidang skripsi. Tolong sama
Itu dia jokes, Mister.
Nanti Bapak upload ini untuk ini ya.
Sure, cash. Oh,
Mari silahkan.
I'm waiting for them.
Marvel yang pencet-pencet.
Ya.
Timer Gaby mana sudah?
Oh, sip.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Tiga.
Kita ya kalau mau mulai.
Oke. Ini sudah 3, 2, 1 mulai.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Iwan. So today, me and my group will be explaining our lab report talking about Doxorubicin liposome. Firstly, the background. According to the WHO, World Health Organization, in 2024, globally, cancer is the second leading cause of death, estimated to 9.7 million in 2022. Health system in low and middle income countries are least prepared to manage this burden. In Indonesia, more than 400,000 new cancer cases annually, and there is top 3 leading cancer. There is liver cancer, lung cancer, and breast cancer. There's also 3 distinct approaches to the treatment, include surgical assistation, irradiation, and drug therapy. Now this brings us to Doxorubicin liposome. Doxorubicin liposome is doxorubicin contained in tiny spheres called pegylate liposome. Doxorubicin is a chemotherapy drug called anthracycline. Pegylate liposome works by blocking an enzyme called topoisomerase 2 that cancer needs to divide and grow. This liposome also keeps the doxorubicin drug in the bloodstream longer so that the drugs can reach these cancer cells. This liposome is also composed by one or more phospholipid bilayers similar to the structure of cells. As an antinoplastic agent, it is also approved to be used alone or with other drugs. Other than breast cancer, doxorubicin liposome can also be used to treat ovarian cancer or AIDS patients, or even patients who are not able to use other drugs. Also, can be used together with Liposome. For our research question, what is Doxorubicin liposome and what could make Doxorubicin liposome improve? For our purpose, to identify the biotech and nanotechnology which are used in Doxorubicin liposome, to recognize the pros and cons of Doxorubicin liposome, and to come up with a solution to improve the antibiotic. Our hypothesis is, we believe that antibiotic Doxorubicin liposome, which is used to mainly treat AIDS, ovarian, bladder, thyroid, and breast cancer, has the minimal side effects but is not always available and is costly. So, there are 3 materials used to make liposome. Firstly is phospholipid, polymer-based, and nanoparticle lipids. Therefore, we believe that if we select most cost-effective to produce on a large scale, it would be cheaper and can be more available for people to get.
Now we'll be for the moving on into the theory. Now, first we'll get into doxorubicin. Doxorubicin is a type of antibiotic that has been derived from a type of bacterium which is called Streptomyces pistius. So, how is doxorubicin really made? First, it has several different stages. The first stage is it's going to be fermented by first the doxorubicin will be isolated from the growth of the bacteria I mentioned before, and then after it's isolated, it's going to be extracted and then purified through a technique called chromatography. And once it's purified, its last step will be modified chemically so that its structure will be enhanced so it can be more effective. So how does this doxorubicin help treat cancer or tumor treatments towards patients? First, it can help by interfering the cancer cells by damaging its DNA so that it couldn't like replicate or even multiply. And also another thing is that it can also help by generating free radicals that can help weaken the cancer cells. Now into liposomes. Liposomes is a spherical lipid vesicles. It usually consists more than one lipid bilayer that is formed by emulsing natural or synthetic in wet environment. And liposomes is usually mainly made out of phospholipids and also cortisol. Cortisol is an important part in their structure because it helps maintaining like stability function and also like the regulates the permeability and also alter the fluidity. Not just that, liposomes also consist in two different kinds of properties, which is hydrophobic and hydrophilic, that makes a really good thing for drug delivery.
Now, moving on to liposomal doxorubicin, it is a chemotherapy drug. It works by inhibiting an enzyme topoisomerase 2, which is essential for cancer cell division and growth. When the agent inhibits the enzyme, it damages the DNA, which leads to cell death. Now, its delivery system is different because it's instead of drug injection, it's packaged inside tiny bubbles called pegylated liposomes and coated in a substance called polyethylene glycol or PEG. It helps the drug circulate in bloodstream longer and reaches the cancer cells better. And compared to regular doxorubicin, it minimizes side effects such as low risk of heart problems, and it also improves patients' quality of life. However, there's a significant cost factor and it's considerably 100 times more expensive than regular doxorubicin. This makes it hard to afford in some developing countries, and it is also limited in Indonesia because of its complicated manufacturing and lower demand. So while it's a better drug in many ways, the cost and availability are big problems.
Alright, so moving on to analysis. Now, we have chosen three main bases to use for our liposomes. Now, first we have the phospholipid base, which contains one or more phospholipid bilayers. And what it does is that it shields the drug inside, both hydrophilic and hydrophobic, from the body's destructive factors. Now, one of the two main ingredients that are used to make phospholipid-based liposomes are pure phospholipids or crude phospholipid extracts. Now, the price of such ingredients are 980 euros per kilogram, or approximately 16.5 million rupiahs. Now, that could be a really big issue to put on a large scale production since it costs a lot. Next on, we have the polymer-based liposomes. Now, polymer-based liposomes, we have two main polymer-based liposomes, which is PEG and PLGA. Now, PEG, the benefit is that it significantly extends the blood circulation time of liposomes. Now, the price for this such ingredient varies a lot since it can come from egg yolk, soy, and much more. So it varies the price. Next, we have the PLGA, which is a lot more expensive since it's known for its biodegradability and biocompatibility. Now, the price depends on its purity and its manufacturing process, and also the request from the hospital. Lastly, we have the lipid nanoparticles, which its benefit is the EPR, which stands for enhanced permeability and retention, which means it can target specific tumors and it enhances the therapeutic effects while mitigating side effects such as cardiotoxicity. Now, the price for such ingredient is around $344 or around 5.2 rupiahs for every 10 milliliter supply according to National Library of Medicine 2023. Now, from the three ingredients or three main bases, we have decided that the unpurified soybean-based phospholipids is the best to use to make liposomes, since it only costs 5% of its original price, which only costs around 800,000 rupiah.
Now, as people of faith, we can understand that liposomal doxorubicin's developments shows the wisdom God grants us to improve health and find solutions to medical problems. Even though it's not a perfect solution, it is a way to help preserve life, honoring our bodies as God's temple, and reduce suffering in line with our calling to care and serve others.
Right. Therefore, after conducting research about doxorubicin liposomes, which is used to mainly treat AIDS and various types of cancer, or medicine itself, it has already been efficient. One of the biggest downside of it is its cost and availability. To lighten the downside, we have decided to replace the material used in liposomes with unpurified soybean base, which cost only 5% of its original price, and the material used in soybeans, which are soybeans, are readily available in Indonesia. Now, as for our suggestion, we suggest to all people in the world to keep your health. Watch what you consume, get enough rest, exercise, and for AIDS patient, have safe sexual relations. And therefore, if we all stay healthy, we can all avoid the sickness, and therefore we can be a lot cheaper and avoid all this mess altogether. That's it for everyone. Thank you for listening.
Oke, very good ya. Pas 10 menit. Oke. Apa namanya? Penggunaan waktu yang tepat. Thank you sudah present dengan bagus. Kelihatan sangat menguasai materi, tetapi saya punya beberapa pertanyaan.
Ask away.
Kita timer dulu ya.
Oh,
5 minutes.
5 minutes dari Bapak atau mau dari handphone juga?
Dari situ aja.
1, 2, udah.
Oke,
Ya.
silahkan.
2.
Oke, di paper kalian ada statement bahwa doxorubicin is a type of chemotherapy drug called and blah 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 blah. It works by blocking an enzyme called topoisomerase 2 that cancer cells need to divide and grow. Nah, boleh nggak kamu jelaskan bagaimana si topoisomerase 2 ini block kansernya untuk bisa bertumbuh?
Itu artinya yang di bloknya itu topoisomerase.
Oke.
Topoisomerase 2 itu.
Yang di blok doxorubicin, by
Jadi
doxorubicin.
bloknya itu,
How?
Jadi waktu dia di blok itu kan dia punya drug is delivered inside, right? So like dia punya sel-sel dan di dependent strain yang dalam itu topoi itu di stop baru bisa di detach begitu supaya nanti dia punya cancer cell yang mau multiply itu nggak bisa daripada cara replication karena dia punya DNA yang lain sendiri topoi itu sedih.
Oke.
Soalnya dia langsung ke inti cancer cell yang
Ya,
jadi dia bisa
ini is to stop it from multiplying.
Oke, berarti this is good thing lah ya.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nah, pertanyaan berikutnya, kira-kira menurut kalian berdasarkan perkiraan cost-nya dan availability, apakah ini bisa diturunkan dan diterapkan dengan maksimal di Indonesia untuk mengobati kanker di Indonesia atau bagaimana?
Menurut kami, tentunya pasti ini tergantung kepada penyakit apa yang pasien telah dapatkan. Balik lagi ini
Tapi kan kanker kan?
Ya, doxorubicin kan dia balik lagi dia lebih tepatnya untuk AIDS, ovarian, bladder, thyroid, and breast cancer. Kalau juga pun salah satu penyakit itu, menurut kami ya doxorubicin liposome itu adalah obat yang terbaik untuk kita treat di Indonesia. Sebab kita sudah dapat cara untuk bikin liposomnya murah dan available di Indonesia dari kedelai juga. Kedelai.
Oke, sejalan dengan jawaban kamu berarti diturunkan, bukan diturunkan, basic ingredients-nya diganti dengan kedelai.
Iya.
Apa yang membuat kedelai bisa menggantikan doxorubicin yang asli? Sampai statement kalian pakai kedelai selain kedelai banyak di Indonesia.
Oke, jadi lebih tepatnya kita menggunakan kedelai untuk mengganti ingredient dalam liposome, bukan doxorubicinnya. Kalau doxorubicinnya ya memang sudah obatnya begitu. Tapi salah satu faktor yang membuat dia mahal itu adalah liposomnya sendiri. Ya seperti dikatakan tadi, dari doxorubicin sama doxorubicin liposome itu dapat menjadi 100 kali lipat lebih mahal daripada doxorubicin yang biasanya. Jadi untuk menjawab pertanyaan Bapak tadi tentang bagaimana soybean bisa menggantikan ingredient dari doxorubicin, lebih tepatnya bagaimana dia bisa menggantikan liposome.
Yes.
Nah, bagaimana itu bisa? Pertama dari mungkin Bapak tanya prosesnya ya. Oke, jadi prosesnya itu kita bisa dapat membuat soybean based phospholipids itu terbuat dari crude soybean oil. Jadi itu juga terbuat dari proses dari degumming, di mana juga minyak yang dipakai itu dia kayak semacam gimana ya, degumming itu kayak dibersihkan lah, terus diekstraksi. Nah, untuk mendapatkan oil tersebut adalah ya udah kedelai kita pertama kita crack dulu, di mana artinya dia dipanaskan dalam suhu 66 sampai 80 derajat sampai dia crack. Istilahnya mungkin sampai jadi bubuk. Saya nggak pernah lihat bentuknya, tapi mungkin bisa jadi bubuk. Nah, terus di situ step kedua itu dia campur sama semacam kimia gitu, kayaknya hexane atau gimana gitu. Pokoknya dia ada satu campuran yang dia campur dengan kedelai yang sudah dipanaskan itu. Terus kita dapat deh crude soybean crude oil.
Soalnya Bapak untuk liposome apalagi yang tradisional, salah satu main yang harus ada itu kolesterol. Makanya dipakai oil based soybean. Yang lebih eco-friendly juga.
Oke. Bapak tambahkan ya jawabannya. Mungkin lebih kepada kenapa kacang kedelai? Karena sifat-sifatnya pasti sama. Karena kacang kedelai menghasilkan lemak, gitu ya. Nah, yang mana liposome itu juga lemak. Nanti kan ya dikaitkan sama doxorubicin. Makanya kan karena dia polimer, lemak begitu, jadi tidak mengakibatkan efek samping yang signifikan di dalam tubuh begitu. Selain itu kalau kita pertimbangkan stabilitasnya, ya lemak yang dihasilkan di dalam situ cukup stabil di dalam partikel yang kecil, sehingga dia compatible gitu, bisa match sama sel gitu ya. Oke. That's all for today. Congratulations for finishing your defense. Okay, God bless you.
God bless you, Bapak. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Next. Sabar.
100.
Belum dong, ini kan baru dicatat.
Oke. Thank you. Siapa kelompok next?
Thank you.
Kelompok berapa itu di situ?